Someone's reputation is now being tarnished after they were dealing with you. There's some form of gossip that's going around, and this person's afraid of how people view them now. They didn't think that their actions behind closed doors was actually going to come back to bite them. This person, while you were connected to them, made you feel some level of unworthiness. Maybe they made you feel like you deserve somebody less, or you didn't deserve what it is that you wanted out of the connection. This does not have to be romantic. This could be people that you know on a platonic or professional level. They see how much you can do just on your own, and they project unworthiness onto you because that's how they feel when they're with you. These people had certain habits that they did not want to let go of. They didn't want to change, right? So because they refused to change, it cost them the soul contract between you and them. There was an issue with reciprocity. You were probably giving everything and not receiving much in return. There was some form of manipulation that was going on that made you be connected to these people. So it's almost like they caught you, or they were able to attract you into their life due to a technicality issue. Like they pretended to be something that they were not. They portrayed an image that wasn't actually true. And you came to terms with this while you were connected to these people. You realized that your independence is what's best in this scenario, so you decided to remove yourself from this situation to be independent. Some of you, this was a romantic love interest who really did not give you much of anything. Like you were pouring your heart out to this person behind the scenes. They were not treating you right. They had third parties in the background, and you decided, I'd rather just be single. And now you're happy. You're content. Things have flipped. Now you're doing well in life. You're stress-free. You don't have anybody burdening you. You're not pouring constantly into people that are not engaging back with you. So this has given you a renewed sense of life again. You being happy and content, getting your wishes granted. By releasing things, releasing people that don't serve you, you realize that all they were doing is just burdening you. So because you can see behind the veil, you knew as soon as these people were away from you that they were going to get hit by some heavy energy of what they put out, because what was going on towards you was an injustice. Anytime you see justice in reverse in a card reading, it means the person that is being read for has been wronged in a major way. Most of you have been wronged by people that didn't even think twice about what they were doing because they were gaining the whole entire time they were connected to you. They didn't think that there could be backlash. Some of these people are attracting people into their life that are going to do them 5 times worse than they did you. So they're going to be forced to self-reflect and look in the mirror of their behavior, because they're going to attract somebody that's going to do what they did to you on a much intense level. With the 8 of Cups in reverse, some of you didn't want to walk away from people that you cared about because that's how much you were invested, but you trusted in yourself. You trusted in your intuition. Your intuition was telling you, hey, it's time to go. It's time to release yourself from these people, from these connections, because they will never value the fact that you're truly a shaman. The reason why you were able to shine a light on other people's flaws, on their shadow side, is because you carry a shamanic vibration and energy. So you uncover a lot of things that people were not aware of about themselves. They see things and feel things about themselves that they don't like, and they take it out on you, because in a way it's like they blame you for how they react, because maybe in the past they were used to performing. Here's the thing, when people are connected to you, they cannot perform. You see right through them, so they don't even try. They're truly their most authentic selves. And the sides to these people, their authentic sides that you saw of themselves, was very treacherous. It was people that were not pulling their own weight. It was individuals that were trying to basically get other people to do all the hard work for them in life. And what you did was you remained rooted and grounded. You are an earth guardian. So you naturally attract people that are unstable, bring instability, because you're basically an anchor. Like for somebody who's had a chaotic life, who is constantly in fight or flight mode, who just has no sense of permanence, you're like a dream come true. And naturally, people cannot match your energy, especially if they're coming from a chaotic place in their mind. they just have a hard time matching your energy. So you realize that it's best to just enjoy your success and your happiness on your own. And you decided to pull back from these people or a specific person. And this is like, we're going our separate ways, and I never want to reconcile with you ever again. I never want to be in your space. I never want to, engage with you. This isn't like you walking away with second thoughts. No, this is like you making a permanent decision to leave things behind that disrespected you, disrespected your essence, disrespected the fact that you were bringing them healing, disrespected just you in general. And once you come to terms with that, like it makes you detest them, or it makes you just have a negative taste in your mouth where you don't want to really feel that ever again. So you've elevated. Since you were connected to these people, you have elevated. And what this has shown them is that they were truly unworthy of you from the beginning, and that they were the blockage to you getting what it is that you deserve. Because look how much easier it is for you to manifest what it is that you want when you don't have all this twisted psychological manipulation going on, people trying to pull the wool over your eyes, taking your own energy, your hard work, your healing, and trying to adopt it for themselves, and then throwing a rock and hiding their hand. This is essentially what you were going through. This is why it was so heavy while you were connected to these people, was because they wanted to keep you down. And you woke up to that. You realized that you were connected to people that will never change their habits. So the only thing that you can do is change yourself, is move into connections where you are being reciprocated in some form.